Back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions only. This is the case of the Idaho. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, my viewers, and I'd like to give a couple of shout outs to Bianca Jane, who made me Baby Huda. Really appreciate that. To Outcast, as in our channel, you can share your thoughts and opinions, especially about this case. He's really creative with the audio sounds, especially Linda Lane. So go give him a shout out, guys. You definitely enjoy his channel. Now today I'd like to talk about Maddie Morgan, Murphy, Kaylee's dog, and Kaylee, and Bethany Funk. DM told the detective in the interview, when she was asked about Murphy, she said she heard him barking, but she said the distance sounded like it was outside. She was surprised that the detectives found him at home. I find that to be surprising. I find that to be a red flag. Let's not forget that Bethany Funk said that Maddie took Murphy out for a walk. Remember that. And BF said that she went out with Murphy and Maddie. She said I was out for 10 seconds, so she left them outside. She was asked if she knew when they got inside, Murphy and Maddie, and she said no, but she said later on, Maddie came to my room asking me if I saw Murphy. That means clearly something happened while Murphy was outside. And we can imagine, because just speculations, may Maddie rest in peace, that night Maddie looked like she was really intoxicated. May God bless her soul. So she must have got tired of waiting for Murphy, or somebody must have lured Murphy towards the bushes. He must have disappeared for a while for Maddie to be searching for Murphy. So there's two things here. We have Bethany Funk mentioning Murphy, and she went out with them for 10 seconds. What happened after that? Could somebody have lured Murphy in the bushes with Murphy the dog while she was searching for Murphy? Let's not forget, we saw Maddie's jacket, most likely her black coat, at Linda Lane, Taylor Avenue, where the Banfield police stop was going on. I showed you all that first in the very beginning of this case. And shout out to Outcast and shout out to especially Chaos Sector, because they used my clip under fair use purpose and they explained it really well about Maddie's jacket being in the fire, behind the fire extension. We need to ask ourselves, how did it land there? Why does DM and BF's stories sound like they're well planned? There's too much crying. I hate to say it, it just sounds so annoying because it doesn't really sound like crying with emotions. I hate to say that. That's just my opinion. They're not explaining themselves well. I wonder what the firecracker is about that Bethany Funk is talking about. If it made the sound of a firecracker and there was a light, I wonder if that was a distraction for the suspect or suspects to come in from the sliding door. One of the important targets I've started to understand, and I actually did understand it in the beginning. One of the important targets is Kaylee. So Kaylee had to have had a stalker. And Kaylee broke up with Jack D. And Jack D was struggling. His professor was concerned for him. And that's on the reports. That's a fact. That's not a rumor. And that's not speculation. Why was Maddie and Kaylee calling Jack D all night is the question. Why is he lying about his timeline? Kaylee loved Murphy. She was searching for anyone to give her tips about insurance for her dog. And she put that online. I hope she didn't get a stalker through that. So what I'm trying to say is if a stalker wanted to lure Kaylee away or Maddie, they could have started with Murphy because the girls loved the dog. DM didn't seem to love Murphy that much. Everyone who seems to come to that house knows Murphy well, like Hunter, Emily. Was Murphy there that night? Or was he taken outside and brought back? Because DM was kind of surprised. She told the officer, I thought Murphy was outside. So she was surprised to see Murphy inside. How come Murphy didn't have any DNA on him? And why was Maddie searching for Murphy? She and BF and Murphy were outside. And BF went back inside and she came back after 10 seconds. No, sorry. BF was out for 10 seconds. And then Maddie came in later on, around 2:30, asking BF if she saw Murphy. But Maddie was supposed to be out with Murphy. So did someone lure Murphy? Is BF lying? I don't think so. Or is DM lying? So are they trying to say that they found Murphy and then Kaylee was dancing with Murphy later on? DM's version looks very scripted, very staged. She was more occupied of getting the black balaclava, the ski mask out. Oh, a man with a mask. She didn't even mention that he had bushy eyebrows. Pay attention. So she must have done that on a third interview. But where was Murphy that night? Why was Maddie searching for him? And let's not forget, a month ago before the unalivings, somebody was trying to lure Murphy by calling him. And Murphy disappeared for a couple of seconds inside the bushes. It was Kaylee who was walking him outside. Who would know Murphy well? Jack D, in my opinion. That's just the facts. And Adam. We've seen TikToks of Adam Lauder playing with Murphy. Who was babysitting Murphy when all this was happening? Murphy looked like he was traumatized. I believe he was brought the last minute home before the cops came. DM and BF should have been arrested because it's a federal crime not to call the cops, and to lie on top of that in my opinion. The smell hit the officers hard. You could see that when they walked into the house. There was red liquid everywhere. So why didn't DM and BF call the cops? Was this an inside job? Were the surviving roommates part of this? Just a question. Because nothing seems to make sense. Poor Kaylee. I think she had many enemies. I think Kaylee was loved by some people. I don't think the sorority sisters were fond of her at all. Molly and Liz Katovich were paying Venmos for 3:30. What was happening at 3:30? That was when the masked man was seen outside 1122 King Road with the ski mask on. DM was taking pictures. She was taking photos, showing her finger at 3:33. Just pay attention to what's happening. Where was Murphy that night? How come he doesn't have any DNA on him? Did somebody give Murphy a bath? Did the police even check? Murphy would have barked louder. I think he was there in the beginning and then he ran out. Or maybe when he went with Maddie, when Maddie was searching for Murphy, maybe somebody lured him. It's really heartbreaking. I believe 2 weapons was used on Kaylee. The coroner even said sharp objects, which was multiple stab wounds, and there were sharp-edged weapons. I'll never forget they said that Ethan and Zano got injured and unalived by sharp weapons. So could it have been the golf sticks? Could it have been other metals? Could it have been even a knuckle duster? Because Kaylee had stripes on her face. Her teeth were broken. Trigger warning. She was poked everywhere, 24 times on her face. Who could hate someone so much to take a human being in that way? That's the reason I don't believe that BK committed these crimes. Even 20 minutes for 4 people is too little timing. Why would BK come after Kaylee to poke her 24 times on the face and 10 times on her body? There's no motive. There's no connection. But guess what? Kaylee has motive from not only a stalker, from Jack D. Breakup is the worst time. That's when people take advantage of the weak person's vulnerability. Kaylee bought herself